This video is designed to review with you the role that businesses play in the aggregate demand, aggregate supply model. It is a source of tremendous confusion to students that businesses are components of both aggregate demand and aggregate supply. Because businesses purchase machines, tools, and equipment, what we call capital, they are one of the four spenders that comprise the aggregate demand line. And looking at this formula, businesses are I. However, businesses use that capital, as well as labor, land, and entrepreneurship, to produce goods and services, making them the source of aggregate supply. So how do you know which line to shift when there is a change in business? Well, almost all questions dealing with business will result in an aggregate supply shift. Anything related to the cost of production, like taxes, subsidies, or regulation, the cost of inputs, especially wages or fuel costs, or productivity factors will all shift the aggregate supply line. So when given a business question, you are instinctively thinking aggregate supply shift. The only business questions that will deal with the aggregate demand line are those that specifically refer to businesses as purchasers or buyers of capital. In those cases, and only those cases, will you shift the aggregate demand line. One business variable has the ability to shift both the aggregate demand and aggregate supply lines, and that is business taxes. Although it has the potential to shift both, to make things easier, we will always assume that business taxes will shift only the aggregate supply line.